Okay, this is Ascent in the Howling Tower. We're going to be accessing the Skycutter controls, and I am starting at the bridge just in case you weren't sure how to get past the gas. In order to get past the gas, you have to have gotten the gas energy deflection apparatus. If you chose the car questline, which is why you're here in the first place, you should have it because you would have gotten it in the repair center. Let's make sure that's active. Turn it on. Let the meter refill. Turn it on. Let the meter refill. All right, we are through. Okay, machine gun reflex shock machine. Which I think I already have one of these over here. That's micro reflex shock machine versus shock machine. We'll take the sight. It has sight on it. Right.
Is anyway. Sure. Oh.
Let me see if I can make any shells while we're in here. Nope. Nope. What am I missing? Black powder. Okay. I'll use this. Commemorative plaque for the completion of Skycutter Power Facility A102. Skycutter Power Facility Mission Brief. Overcharge the traitorous stronghold of Fairfield. Loyalty beyond question.
Have we truly certified that all in our midst are suited for this mission?
Ready to waste
It would be
on your
most
command.
disheartening were any of us to put their reservations.
If you take issue with my presence, speak plainly. My loved one's deeds bear no influence on my own.
Your loved ones, Hwan? Once a
still
loved
one
one of
here
mine
somewhere.
became
Where
a
are you?
traitor, I would no longer refer to
There
them
you are.
thusly. Unless you still harbor feelings.
Enough! Your sniping discredits you both. Wardens must speak through action. Move out!
Overprepared. If you ever let a weapon run out of ammo, you'll deal less damage for a short time, but all your guns now hold more ammo. I'm going to go with no because my shotgun always runs out of ammo because there's only 3 shots in it. So yeah. Where'd that thing go? If I was constantly using a machine gun, I would probably go for that one. Alright, still alive somewhere. Okay, Protectorate Armorial ID and the Skycutter entrance key. These are the two things we need from this person, but obviously we're going to take everything. This is a Protectorate Cadre Vestige crate. We're going to need to find 4 more IDs, which we will do, and I will timestamp them all. So if you're missing one, check the description. I will put them by floor where they are and timestamp them.
Huh. A Protectorate Vestige? Guessing the cadre didn't make it then. Time to start poking around. We'll need all their armorial IDs to get in.
Okay, anything else need to break down? No. I do like the way the shotgun works. It's a shame that I don't have resources. Alright. We'll just shock them. It'll be fine. Shock rod, trauma kit, shiny servo. All good stuff. Okay, we got the Skycutter entrance key from the body by the workbench. Stock up on inhaler shots. Thank you.
Time to earn my commission. Title's looking a much marginal, Commander. Graph's raring to go. Fix me up. I do it for you.
Dorian Ez, I'll get you. I need to be able to reload while running now.
Help me out!
Shock works really well on the mechs. So here's a scoped shock machine gun too. If you don't have a mechanical, a shock machine gun, there's one here for you that you can use. But then there's also, I think their Raptidons are here. Okay, here's our first Vestige card. Memorial ID.
I'd heard tale of those war-bred monstrosities, but this facility is overrun. We must pull back. Return with no less than a support battery.
Wardens do not retreat, nor take any ignoble action. I shall excuse your cowardice by way of shock. Whether we are destined to succeed or die, we shall do what is required of us. We will not falter. Marchand, make a duplicate of our field recording, in the event we don't survive.
Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that. Here. So now you just feel like an asshole for shooting them. You came in here. They were minding their own business. Raising a family. Okay, Protectorate, Memorial ID, Gunner Ames. Mark that one. That one, got that one, got that one. Okay. So that's all we need here. Wait, is it that way or do we go this way? It doesn't matter. Yeah. Alright, we're alright. Alright, level 4. Or floor 4, deck 4. You can also get there this way. We'll go up that way. That's how we got over there. This jump will lead you to that ID body over there. So we're already over there. So now we need to get to 5. Okay, we have the Chris Stanick Pitchball card right here on the table. Grab that. That'll give us plus 5 max health. Some ammunition. Okay, so when you reach this level, make sure you sort of get familiar with it because you're going to have to fight the Raptidons until the lift comes up. So it's one of those. So make sure you know like where everything is.
Fire has ceased. Is there any way Ames and Marchand could have...
I'm sorry, LaRue. They died in the service of the Protectorate.
Lift override key.
Stop. Breathe. Then we shall press on.
You surprise me. We cannot complete this mission and yet live. And should we live to see it through, your wife shall meet her end. Yet, your resolve remains unshaken.
Any less would disgrace the Sovereign. Disgrace us all. Shoulder your rifle. We shall press on and see this mission to its completion.
That noise doesn't sound like... Oh, blast! Hand me my rifle! My rifle!
Anyway, sure. Oh.
Okay, shock. Yeah, we can make a shock rod. Okay. Okay, so make whatever ammunition you want or grenades that you want or anything like that so that you're prepared. Because once we override the lift, we're going to have to defend ourselves until the lift arrives. Restart lift. With the Skycutter lift override key that we took from the body just over on the right there. That we just took from that body right there.
Everyone else heard that, right?
Yeah.
so bad.
Don't jinx us, Inez. You know darn well it's not done.
Nothing is ever simple.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Nice jump, Inez. Ah!
Yeah. Damn lift. I could climb up the shaft faster than this.
Are we good?
I'd like to have a word with whoever's in charge
Nope.
of maintenance around here. Right
Not
after we
done.
deal with these rats.
Lay low, Commander. Medic order. Trap back in business. Finally. Anything else the universe wants to throw at us while we're here?
Okay, so we finished 6. That's the deck we're on. We use this to get up to 7. Another pitchball card, Conor Walsh. Grab some heals. Control panel schematics and another ID card. So there's all of our ID cards. We can get that on our way out.
I have suffered grievous wounds. At least one of my lungs meets the open air. LaRue fell swiftly. Screamed for me to help, but if I had remained to aid her, the mission would be at its end. The mission which is continued regardless. I arrived here to find the controls non-functional. Since my weapon delivers magnetically contained electric charges, I inserted it into a conduit hoping it would spring to life, but the Fairfield power controls have deteriorated. I wish I could admit relief that in my heart of hearts I wished my love to live, despite her traitorism. My darling, I am sorry.
Oh, return to car. I was like, what is that?
Were you here, I would use the last of my strength to slay you. Our feelings are not even a candle to the incandescent love of the Sovereign. Our blood, my blood, for the Protectorate. Signing off.
Thunderstruck. It's a heavy melee weapon. I didn't even see this before. Crash of Thunder mod. Heavy attacks with this weapon will send forward a thunderous projectile to shock foes. Oh, I may need to play with this. I didn't even see that there. Alright. Let's go down and open that chest with all of the ID cards we picked up. And then we'll return to car. All right, we have all 5 ID cards. Vestige datapad. If you're reading this message, I have fallen in the course of duty. A lot of monies, an advanced decryption key for the boxes, and a trauma kit. So nice. Oh.
Whether it's an orifice or a face, Auntie's choice makes a cream for it.
I'm trying not to fret about these rifts so much. Maybe they ain't so awful. You ever ponder if they take this so
Told my manager, a man is not a slice of manner, Mr. Overby. Then I said, I am more than some other places.
Take care in the northern regions of the island. Fewer reports from scouts. Heightened degree of danger. Maybe that's something to look forward to. Loose your words. I'm listening.
I completed what you wanted me to do at the Skycutter Tower.
Good work. Sure it'll aid your path into the box. Presuming you keep your nerve.
How's the war effort?
Let me spin you a yarn. One of my elite regiments ceased replying to hails several weeks ago. Hardy bunch. Fought all across the system. Yesterday, the Protectorate launched the regiment commander's upper torso into one of our encampments, which makes 2 1/3 complete corpses of a 6-person unit. Mocking us. Calculating bastards, the Protectorate. Would admire their efficacy if it weren't taking so many of my best and brightest. Once the fighting reignites in full, they'll pay dearly.
How's the war effort, I say. You say, fine, thanks, how's yours?
Ask a loaded question, get a loaded answer. You want diluted truths and empty charm? Silver Street's just around the corner. Pains me to admit such, but for all our losses, we've minimal gains to show. It's all these half measures. Milver Street saw things my way, Paradise Island would be ours by mess.
All right.
Soften the enemy first, then isolate their leaders and turn them to bloody mist. No leaders, no unity, no resistance. The Protectorate will fold, but Milver Street stymies my assaults, and Auntie refuses to allot resources due to the associated risk. Meaning we're adrift in a sea of inefficiency. And if there's one thing I despise worse than our foes, it's the poor use of resources.
All right, see ya. So there you go. There is Ascent into the Howling Tower.